I'm doing a very exciting video today. I'm getting to borrow someone's ring light right now, which is I'm kind of vibing with it. But you'll notice right away that I dyed my hair. Actually, I cut my hair and then I dyed it. And I kind of wanted to talk about that because if you've been following my channel, you'll notice I have an entire playlist dedicated to natural hair care and my hair journey. It's taken a bit of a turn, a little bit. So let's start from the beginning. It's shorter, okay? Just lengthwise, it's shorter. I realized that I don't want long hair because the only reason I really wanted long hair was to put up, like, do cool hairstyles, do different braids and updos and things, and like be really fancy. But I know myself and I know I do not have the patience to do that as often as I would like to make it worth having the long hair for me. Also, when the longest point that it grew out to since shaving my head in 2019 was this past summer, and I was able to do some French braiding and I was able to do some little pigtails, ponytails. I could do like half of my head up in a ponytail, either the back or the front, basically. And I realized while I was wearing those hairstyles that it actually kind of hurt, and I didn't really like that. I don't like being in pain, and I have enough pain to deal with, as you well know. So I was like, you know what? Long hair is just not our thing anymore, and that's okay. It took a while for me to realize that, but it's okay. So, and I just really love short hair. So I actually got a haircut done, and they did like, I think I may have posted it at one point, I don't know. But they did like a swoopy kind of asymmetrical short pixie kind of thing going on. And I liked it for a little bit. It was just something really different. I'd never tried a style like that. And I really liked it. And then I'm like, oh, actually this bit that's hanging down is kind of bothering me and it's not short enough in the back, and like the length in the back is like itchy when I sleep. I don't like that. So I really want to go shorter. And I'm on a limited income right now, so I can't just keep paying and going to a salon. So I paid $35 to get myself a pair of hair clippers. They may have been $45. But I got myself a pair of hair clippers from Amazon. And honestly, the fact that a woman's haircut that would be the same like shape and the same amount of work as a men's haircut, the woman's haircut is literally twice as much money, if not more. Why? So I was like, okay, I literally bought a pair of clippers and like just chopped it all myself. And yeah, I don't have the best technique. Yeah, I need to learn things, and like it wasn't even and perfect like you get at a hair salon. But it did what I needed, and it was less than the cost of me getting a haircut, like professionally at a salon. So, and I'm gonna be able to use these hair clippers for at least a year, if not longer, if I take really good care of them. I'm not 100% sure like how long they're supposed to last, but yeah. So I did, I cut like this side and like the back really short and like trimmed up this area that I didn't like how long it was. And I left that for a couple weeks or so. And then something traumatic happened recently. I'm not gonna get into it, but I was like, I want my hair shorter. I just need it shorter, dang it. And like, it'll grow back and I can like shape it as it grows back to what I want. So I just buzzed everything, and I left a little bit of length on the top. You can see it's a little crazy on the top. Now, you're all like, okay, let's get down to the whole hair dyeing thing. I wanted colors. I realized if I'm gonna be like buzzing my hair all the time and having short hair, it grows back within like 3 to 6 months, basically. So I can have a different hair color a couple times a year. So I looked into like organic, cruelty-free, all of that, vegan, etc, etc, etc. And I did find out from someone at one point that, and I haven't done enough research for this to be 100%, so comment below if this is not true, but I heard Arctic Fox brand there's something hinky with them, and so I didn't want to go that route. So I did first start off with Manic Panics ultraviolet. Part of it, the issue, the thing, is I didn't want to bleach my hair because I didn't want to deal with that whole process. And I have, quote, blonde hair. It's like dirty blonde slash red slash has white and silver. It's a weird mixture of colors going on naturally. But I was like, I don't want to bleach it, but like I just want to see what would happen if I put in hair dye without bleaching. And my friend helped me out one day when I got the dye, and we did like a design in my hair. And that was fun, but it was kind of mostly like it was my design idea and we didn't have enough tools to really pull it off how I wanted. And it just looked like I had just accidentally taken a marker to my head and I didn't like it. But having bought the purple hair dye, I was like, oh, I want more colors. So I actually ended up going back to Amazon and getting Punky color. This is just their turquoise, I believe. It's called Semi-Permanent Conditioning Hair Color. Does it say where? On the very top it says turquoise. So, I'm sorry, I'm not used to a ring light. So I used this the first time around. I just coated my whole head in it. I left it on, like I covered all the hair, and I put on a grocery bag, like a plastic grocery bag. That and like using them for garbage bags is, I'm like, fine, you gave me a grocery bag, I guess I'll find a use for it, right? So I covered my head, and then I actually wrapped that in a black long sleeve t-shirt, like wrapped around, and I left it on for 2 hours. And the trick with hair dye is to use freezing cold water. Let me say that again. Freezing cold water to rinse it out. I gave myself so many brain freezes. It's not even funny. Well, it's kind of funny. It is a little funny. So I used after 2 hours, I used the utility sink in the laundry room and washed thoroughly. Like, you just rinse. You don't use shampoo, you don't use conditioner, you don't put anything else in your hair. You just get it all the excess stuff out. And then I let it dry, and I was like, I have this beautiful color. Like, that's so pretty, and like different lighting, it'll show up differently. The top of my head, for some reason, likes to show up darker. I did also add other colors, we'll get into that. But I just think it turned out really, really pretty, and I love it so much. I did not show my family for a long time. They're out of town, so they didn't have to see it, right? And I was like nervous. I'm like, I don't want to show them. I showed my sister. I was like, please don't tell mom and dad. She goes, okay, can I see? I'm like, yeah, here. I sent her a picture of just the turquoise. And she was like, that looks awesome. I love it on you. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I had also ordered the Punky color Flamingo Pink. And I read, ooh, sorry, hang on. There's a kestrel in the tree. Oh, I'm having a moment. I don't want to like try to film it, but because I'll scare it away. But we have a tree in my front yard, and there's literally an American kestrel just sitting there right now. I'm a little bit in awe. Just let me go with this for a second. Oh, off they go. Yep. Okay. Cool. So the Punky color in Flamingo Pink, this, I read the reviews and they were not lying. This smells like candy. It smells like Smarties and Nerds. Yeah, like, and your head smells like that when you use it. I used it just on the very top, and I hoped to kind of give it like a flame look, like fire. But if you ever have taken art classes, ever, you know that pink and blue make purple. So it just made it this vibrant purple. And I hope you can see it. The lighting's kind of leaving me at this point. But it's just like this hint of purple, and I love it. And I realized later, there's actually a bird called, I think it's the king fairy wren. And they have these vibrant purple heads, and they have like turquoise feathers. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have become the bird that like inspired my mermaid look. Are you kidding me? So, and like, I'm a wren, right? I'm a fairy wren. Look at that. It's actually my username on Mer Network. If you ever find me on there, I am very red. So do I recommend Punky? Yes, I do. I used a paintbrush to apply it. If you have very short hair and you use a paintbrush and you're careful and you wrap it up and then you rinse with cold water, you will not have a mess. If you don't take those steps, you're gonna have a mess. I took all the steps. If you have longer hair, I'm sorry, you're gonna have a mess because it's longer hair. I did not use gloves. I used gloves because it finally arrived. I bought like an application set for hair dye that you had to buy separately. They just sell these by themselves. It kind of reminds me of a Play-Doh thingy. Anyway, so I definitely recommend Punky. I'm gonna try other colors probably eventually, but these are gonna last me a long time. I can apply and reapply. This is actually 3 washes in. 3 or 2? It might be 2. I think it's 3 though. I don't know, maybe it is just 2. And I do like, so when I wash it, I first soak it with warm water because I want to have, you know, you want to be comfortable, you want to have warm water. And then I apply my shampoo. I give a really good massage with my head massager. I have like a shampoo head massager thing. And then I let it sit while I'm showering like I would like normal. And then I rinse it out with cool water. It's not necessarily the ice cold that I used in the very first time I did it, but definitely not warm water because the color will run if you do that. And then I blow dried it, and I use a mixture of warm air and then cold air at the end. And I love it. As far as Manic Panic, yes, it worked. I don't think this color, I might mix this with the pink to bring it up a shade or something, but it's not quite the color I was going for, which is okay. I just wasn't sure how it would turn out on my hair, right? So, but do I think that they're good? Yes. Thumbs up. Yes. So I am excited for this next chapter of my hair journey. Some people might think, well, how are you gonna get away with that in like a career setting, in like a professional setting? Well, I hope to work from home, and if a company doesn't want me because my hair is an unnatural color, maybe I don't want to work for them. So, also, I do just want to turn on a light, so hang on a minute. Okay, I'm losing the lighting. The sun is going down, so it keeps getting darker and darker and darker. I just turn on a light behind the ring light, and hopefully that helps. So, I realized something with all of this that I wanted to talk about, that is important to me. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. It's important to me. So for those of you following my channel, if you found this on accident and this is not your thing, that's fine. I don't want to hear anything negative. If I do, I'm removing you. So don't be negative, okay? Like, don't be a you-know-what. Can't say the word because I'm sure this would probably be blocked for saying the word. It's apparently a bad word. Comment below if you think you know what the word is. No, don't do that. So, I am ace. I am asexual. This video is going to be a hybrid of hair stuff and then like gender and sexuality. So, you can leave at any time. You have the freedom. I am ace. That is a known thing. If you haven't been following me, then hi, I'm Ren and I'm ace. What does that mean for me specifically? It's very complicated, but also not really that complicated. I don't feel sexual attraction like allo people do. Allo is anyone who feels a sexual attraction to people. I can experience like sexual gratification or like stimulation or whatever. That's a whole different thing. There are ace people who don't experience that, and that's something else, you know? I don't fit in that category. I do tend to be sex repulsed. I'm just like, no thank you, I don't want it, like get it away. Like seeing people kiss on, like in movies, I'm just like, was that necessary? Do you mind? Like, that's gross. Do you mind? Like, move along with the story, please. And I've always been like that. I have always had an aversion to male genitalia. like biological male genitalia. And that has not changed. Regardless of me trying to force myself into a box that society and religion says I should be a part of. I've had many boyfriends throughout my life. Many. And I've had many sexual partners throughout my life. And I have realized through all of that that it's not for me. Also, you are valid if you don't go through these experiences and come up with the same conclusion as I do, having gone through those experiences. You know, you don't always have to shove a cactus up your butt to know you don't want a cactus up your butt. You know what I mean? That was a weird analogy, but it worked. So, I am ace. More specifically, I'm autocore sexual, which has another term and I always blank on it. I think it's like... Nope, I'm blanking on it. Basically, like, I can sometimes dream about, like, have, like, fantasies, essentially. Or, like, enjoy watching or reading, erotic novels or something like that. Like, it's all fantasy. It's not happening in real life at that time. I can sometimes handle that. Depends on the situation, how safe I feel at the time, etc. But if you were to say, okay, do you want to try that yourself and try to put me in that situation in real life? It's a big fat no. That's I'm running away from you. So that's autocore sexual, where there's a disconnect between sort of enjoying the idea of sex but not actually enjoying sex. That being said, I also, romantically, I only want to date, how do I say this to be accurate? Non-binary people and feminine people. Yeah, gender fluid, that fits in there too. Anyone who's grown up as a biological female, or is just naturally a more feminine person. I prefer feminine people. I haven't got to actually date anyone yet. That's a whole and recently I had never really questioned my gender until very recently. I blame TikTok, okay? And here's why. If you ever have used TikTok, you will know that there is a page called the For You page, and a bunch of videos will, you know, stream through there that are people you do not follow, people, they don't even use hashtags or whatever, and it's like content that you necessarily haven't even talked about or were interested in or shown anything online, you know, where they track us. Well, I kept getting a whole bunch of videos about non-binary people, like a lot of them, and that's cool. We're gonna get into it. But one person had made a video. Sorry, I don't usually wear earrings recently, and these ones are definitely bothering me. One person had made a video and said, I'm non-binary because I'm just a ball of light stuck in a meat suit. And I have to tell you, that is exactly what I feel like and have felt like even since I was a child. Of just, I have this body, this is the one that I just happen to have, but like my spirit, my soul, my person, my individual self, whatever you want to call me, I'm just a ball of light without a gender. And I just happen to have a body that has a gender. Or like a biological sex. Yeah. So I guess I'm non-binary. And I do use she, her pronouns, but I also use they, them. So anyone who wants to use they, them with me, that would be super validating. But if you don't, I'm not going to be really upset or like averse to she, her. Yeah. So I guess this is me coming out as non-binary, which people come out all the time, so that yay. You know, vibrant hair colors, short hair, kind of just doing my own thing. Yeah. So, I appreciate everyone watching this video who does watch it, and you know, if you know me personally and you want to strike up a conversation, I welcome that as long as it's done in a respectful way, an accepting way. And if you don't know me in person and you still want to talk about it on here, comment below. That's okay too, but keep them respectful, please. because everyone is very fragile right now with, you know, a world pandemic happening on top of other things in our lives. So let's just all be gentle with each other, and we really need to be gentle with ourselves too. I'm working on that. Yeah. So also I will be uploading a ankle journey update along near uploading this video. So feel free to watch that as well. Thank you.